Hello, third grade. It's Miss Hazel here, and today we're going to review fractions. So before we get to our learning target, just let's go over what a fraction is, right? So we have two parts in a fraction. We have our numerator, the number that goes on top, and the denominator, the number that goes on the bottom. Now the numerator tells us how many parts that we have of something. How many parts? The denominator tells us how many parts are in one whole of that something. So here we have our rectangle. That is our whole. See how I only have one part shaded in? So that's how many parts we have. That's our numerator, one part. Our denominator has 4 parts because in this one whole, our rectangle is one whole, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. We have 4 equal parts. That is a fraction. How many parts we have out of how many parts are in one whole. Good. All right, so let's get to our target for today. I can find fractions on a number line. So your job today is to find the fractions that belong on a number line. We have our first 2 fractions we have to find. We have to find 1/4 and 3/4. Now what I like to do whenever I have to find fractions is I like to go to the numbers, to the whole numbers, right? So 0 in this case and 1 on our number line. And I like to fill those fractions in because it kind of helps me to see better what's happening on this number line. Now I have to take the cap off the marker. Hold on a second. We interrupt this program for a commercial. All right, here we go. So if I have 0, how many fourths do I have? And, oh, my bad. We know that we have fourths, right? Because we have 1 equal part, 2 equal parts, 3 equal parts, and 4 equal parts. So we know we're working with fourths. How many fourths do I have when I have 0? Yeah, it seems so easy because it is. I have 0. Now, go back to our next number. That's a whole number. We have 1. And when I have one object that has 4 equal parts, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. 4 out of 4. But our target tells us that we need to find fractions on the number line. We did find these 2 fractions, but I see down here we have to find 1/4 and 3/4. So you need to tell me which letter is 1/4. We're finding 1/4 first. Which letter tells us we have 1/4? Good, right? Because this is 1 part. So 1/4 is letter A. Now, which letter tells us we have 3/4? Right, letter C. Because 1/4, letter A, 2/4, B, and 3/4, C. Now, if you like to label all of your points with fractions, that's okay. That's okay if that's what you like to do. That's a strategy I like to use. And like I already showed you in the beginning, I always like to label my whole numbers because that just helps me out. But again, you have the choice to do what you like to do. Okay, we're gonna do one more problem. All right, another commercial break. We are the future leaders, that's what they say. But if we wait for our future, we'll be too late. So we won't wait until tomorrow, our time is now. And with these 7 habits, we'll show you how You gotta be proactive. Begin with the end in mind. Put first things first. Think win-win every time. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. Synergize with your friends, 'cause it's always better when we work together. Sharpen the saw, just like me, so you can see there's a leader in me. There's a leader in me. Okay, now we're back. Your job is to find 1/3 and 2/3. Okay? So, oh, another commercial break. Get it together, Miss Hazel. All right. We have some points on this number line. We have A and B. Your job first is to tell me which point shows 1/3, A or B. Good. 1 out of our 3 total parts, letter A, shows 1/3. So now, which point shows? You know what? We don't have to do that one. All right. Now, we need to find 1/3, okay? So I like to, like I said before, label the whole numbers. So when we have 0, we have 0/3. When we have 1 whole, we have 1, 2, 3/3. Your job? Which letter, A or B, shows 1/3? Good, right? Letter A, because that's 1 of our 3 parts. Letter B shows 2 of our 3 parts. All right, that's all for today, mathematicians. We will continue with this work tomorrow, and we'll move into some tougher fractions, okay? Have a great day, and I will talk to you later.